The riders on the start for our second visit here in Wembley Park. Last year it was won by Jess Roberts in a solo attack. The weather conditions shortening the circuit, but also not allowing us to put our motorbike onto the circuit where we normally have our parade laps. So they will be led around by Megan Barker in the green OVO Energy leaders jersey of Team Breeze, right in the centre of your picture.
Oh, we've already got a faller there on the neutralised lap.
That looks like Beth Crumpton that's gone down there for Story Racing. Anna Henderson, who's also gone down with her. So these riders, are we hoping that they just slow proceedings enough at the front to allow them to get back into the race?
So takes that sprint lap there, EJ Harris, and makes her way through the back markers. And now we're going to see Nikki Juniper trying to cement her position in that sprinter's lead jersey.
Nikki Juniper in that red jersey, but Nia Evans comes up the inside there, but Nikki Juniper just has a little glance over. Charlotte brought it in those purple, white and black colours, and she just goes down there, and Nikki Juniper does the same. There's EJ Harris crossing the line there in the red, white and blue. The camera just switching up there to Beth Crumpton, who's crossing the line, but the winner is Harris.
Team On Form looks like they're going to get a lead there as Anna Henderson crosses the line in second with Charmaine Porter in third.
EJ Harris managed the conditions better than anyone else, coming in over 30 seconds ahead of Anna Henderson and Charmaine Porter, both of Team On Form. Team Breeze are still in the overall leaders' green jerseys going into the final round in Salisbury. Their lead at the top is only 3 points from NJC BME Echelon, with Story Racing another point further back. So all to play for in the grand finale in Wiltshire. No parade lap, so the riders are literally going to go from the gun here. So we are off and racing in Wembley Park. It hasn't really dried out too much from the women's race, and a couple of little tweaks to the circuit.
Graham Briggs leading away there for JLT Condor, and there you go. The circuit hasn't dried out much at all, has it? Still a very slippery.
But Tom Pidcock, you can see here on this lap, just already just making light work of it, but hits the deck just in a similar place to Graham Briggs.
Yeah, and he's going to have a bit of a mechanical problem there. His chains just got tangled up at the front as everybody else comes around that corner.
Out of the corner and lining up for the first sprint, Robert Scott of Team Wiggins is right at the back of the group, so he needs to try and get up there if he tries to take some points. But Connor Swift rides through here for Madison Genesis, takes maximum points from his teammate Richard Handley. Madison Genesis out of the turn, all on the front here, and Richard Handley swings off. Connor Swift comes through, and he's going to take maximum points across the line. So it's Swift from McAvoy, Handley, Van der Plurk and Jacob Scott. Connor Swift out of the corner, coming up towards the next sprint. He's just waving the lap rider out of the way here, so he's going to get a clear run to the line. He takes maximum points there from Pidcock, followed across the line there by Horton Lipens, and it looked like Andy Tennant.
Wanted to lead it out, Pidcock, and putting the power down here. Very fast rider out the corners. Can Connor Swift get on terms?
Oh, Tom Pidcock, you saw him bouncing over there. Look how quickly he got his foot back in, though. He's still battling for the win. It's between Pidcock and Connor Swift, and Tom Pidcock and Swift. They throw the bikes to the line, but Tom Pidcock takes it. Just exceptional bike handling skills.
Well, that was unbelievable as we see the remnants of the breakaway coming in. And I think that there was the fourth counter for Madison Genesis. No, this is the fourth counter for Madison Genesis, and they realise they've won it on the night.
Tom Pidcock it was then, who had just enough to take the win from Connor Swift. It was a great night for the men from Madison Genesis in the overall, with 5 riders in the top 10. It couldn't be closer at the top, with only 1 point for Canyon Iceberg from Madison Genesis. Defending champions JLT Condor could still win it, but it's looking much more unlikely.